Good afternoon. In access control systems, the main entity is the employee. Using an access card or another identifier, they will pass through access points. But before issuing a card to a person, their information needs to be entered into the system. In Sigur, this can be done in several ways. Manually, in the client program, with a pre-prepared XLS file containing employee data, using an additional module for synchronizing data from external systems, such as HRMS, Active Directory, or other SQL databases. We have separate videos about the last two methods. Let's look at how to add a new employee in the client program. To start, let's get familiar with the Cardholders tab layout. It has a hierarchical structure. There is a root folder which contains all the subsequent ones. At the same time, the nesting can be of any depth. There are several standard objects in the client program. These include the cardholders folders, AutoPark with subfolders for personal and company cards, guests, guest QR codes, and a service employee administrator. The cardholders is the name of the main service department where all employees will be located. Its name cannot be changed. All subsequent departments and employees will be stored inside it. The folder groups AutoPark, Guests, Guest QR codes are needed to conveniently separate different types of employee cards. You can also create your own folders and subfolders using the Add Department button in the selected department. This button is located on the top toolbar. If necessary, they can be moved from one to another using the Parent Department option on the General tab. You can delete an employee or a department using the minus button to remove the selected item. This button is located on the top toolbar. Department nesting can be of any depth, and when moving one department into another, all nested departments will be transferred along with it, as well as employees. As access objects, you can add not only employees, but also anonymous visitor parts, personal or company vehicles. By default, when you click the plus button to add an employee to the selected department, a new employee object will be created and a window will open for entering their full name. Enter the name and click OK to confirm. After that, the employee's profile with their parameters will open. In the Cardholder Type section, you can change the type of the created object to one of the available options using the drop-down menu. Depending on the selected type, the parameters in the profile will differ. Let's look at the main parameters for the employee type. Department, the name of the department where the employee is located. By clicking the button in the Department row, you can move the employee to any place in the list. Next, there are several standard parameters: a field for entering the full name, a field for entering the personnel number, and a Note section. The position parameter needs to be configured in advance. Use the ellipsis button to add existing positions. Let's add them. After that, a drop-down list will appear in the Position section on the Cardholders tab, from which operators can later select the desired value. Sao Diao. You can select a photo from a file, capture one with a webcam, or delete it by clicking the corresponding button. Photos larger than 1920 by 1080 pixels are automatically proportionally reduced when added to the database. Double-clicking on the panel will open the photo in full size. You can attach several images to an employee in the corresponding field. They can later be used for display on various tabs. An employee can be assigned up to 5 identifiers of different formats, from Wigan 26 to Wigan 58. For the issued pass, you can specify the validity period by checking the corresponding box. In the Access Points section, you specify the list of access point numbers that the employee is allowed to enter. By default, all newly added employees will be granted access to all access points. It's important to note that if any access point is missing from this list, entry to it will always be denied, regardless of the access mode rules. The Current Location column displays information about the last recorded crossing of an access point. In the Zone and Updated rows, the system displays the name of the zone where it believes the employee is located, as well as the date and time of the last access point crossing. Until the first entry is made, both rows will display the value unknown. You can change the location manually by clicking the ellipsis button next to the zone field and selecting the desired one from the list. Custom parameters can also be added to the employee card. We have a separate video about them. In addition to the General tab, there are other sections in the card as well. For example, the Rules tab is used to manage and configure access rules for a specific employee. The Operator tab is for assigning the employee as a system operator and managing their permissions. Depending on the licenses you have purchased, other sections may also be available. So, we've covered how to add a new employee in the client program and how to work with their parameters. Thank you for your attention.